You notice that as you've gotten older, you've lost a lot of strength and mobility. The things that used to be easy for you are no longer as easy, whether that's getting up from your chair, going up the stairs, carrying groceries, opening jars, and so on. You know, or you think, that if things keep going the way they're going, you might end up in a nursing home, and you want to avoid that at all costs. In this video, you're going to learn how to do exactly that. By far, the single most important remedy against this decline is strength training. Strength training helps you turn back the clock, but the devil is in the details. When a lot of people think about strength training, they think about doing body pump classes or lifting very light dumbbells that might be pink. And here's a guarantee: if it's pink, it's probably not heavy enough. So you have to do it the right way. You have to choose the right exercises and do them with the right number of repetitions, the right weight, the right number of sets, and the right number of days per week. So what are the exercises to do? I cover those extensively in my other videos, and you can check out the playlist on your screen right now or in the description below. But you want to choose exercises that will carry over to your life outside the gym. You don't want to keep your strength in the gym and yet have it not carry over to other areas of your life. You want to use exercises like squats, which gives you the ability to get down off the ground. You want to use other exercises like deadlifts to pick things up off the ground, whether that's furniture, groceries, etc. You want to use a horizontal push, like a push-up or a push-away against the wall, which develops the muscles of the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. You want to you want to also do an overhead press, which helps you put heavy things onto high cupboards. You also want to use some kind of seated row. If you ever approach doors that are very, very difficult to open, if you have the strength in your biceps and your lats, you'll be able to pull it open with a lot more ease. And finally, you want to do something like a lat pull down, where you pull from here down to your collarbone. If you do these 6 exercises, that's the foundation. Now, again, you have to do them right. You have to layer them on top of the right sets, the right reps, the right weight. And so, what is the right number of sets? If you've never strength trained before, or if you have not strength trained in a matter of at least 3 months, then the number of sets you should be doing is about 6 sets per muscle per week. Okay, it's not per workout; it's just per week. You can do that 3 sets twice per week, 2 sets 3 times per week, etc. So that's the number of sets. How many repetitions should you do? It should be somewhere between 10 and 15 repetitions. And how much weight should you use? I'm going to specifically avoid giving an exact poundage because A is different person to person, and B is different muscle to muscle. For example, your leg muscles are much stronger than your biceps. So here's how I'm going to tell you how much weight to do. Find a weight that when you finish 10 to 15 repetitions, you ask yourself, how many more could I have done? Your answer should be, I think I could have only done 1 more, and I'm not even sure about that. So it should be difficult enough that that's your weight. The key here, you know the exercises, you know the frequency, etc. What the key is progression. It's not called resistance training, it's called progressive resistance training. That means you should be seeking progression every single workout. In other words, if today you can only do 10 repetitions, tomorrow try 11. The next day try 12. If today you can only lift 5 pounds, tomorrow try 6, okay? You're going to get stronger, fast. If you're out of shape, you're going to get stronger really, really fast, predictably. Almost every single workout, you're going to get a little stronger. And so accommodate for that by increasing either the repetitions or the sets. Your goal, every single workout, every single exercise, every single set, is to hit 15 repetitions. If you can hit 15, raise the weight. If you can't hit 15, keep the weight the same. And if you can't even do 10, lower the weight. And again, I can't emphasize enough how important progression is. A lot of people go to the gym on the very first day, they figure out what they think is the right weight for them that day. And they think that's the right weight for them for their entire life. That's not true. Within a matter of just a few days, you're going to be stronger, so it should be a heavier weight. What used to be a very difficult weight becomes slightly less difficult, and then moderate, and then easy. But don't wait for that. Again, the progression model is aim for 15 reps every single time, and if you can do it, raise the weight. Don't be shy about it, just raise the weight. If you need help getting your mind around and creating a routine that's specific for you, whether you have joint pain, diabetes, high blood pressure, etc., that's our specialty. We help people with chronic conditions get into strength training in a safe way to actually improve their chronic conditions. And if you want to see whether or not we can help you, you can click on the link in the description below, and that'll take you to our homepage where you can fill out an application form that's going to schedule a 10 to 15 minute Zoom chat with us. It's no obligation, no pressure, no sales pitch, just to see whether or not we can help you. So by far, strength training is the most potent factor against frailty and against ending up in a nursing home. Another potent factor is inadequate protein intake. The great irony is that as people get older, their protein requirements are actually going up, not down. Why? Because the absorption of protein is not as good as in younger people. However, here's where the irony comes in. Although requirements are higher, the appetite for it is lower. And so you have to put in an effort to get the adequate amount of protein in your day. What is protein good for? A lot of people think of it as just for muscles, and that's true, it does build muscle. But in addition to that, if you're at risk for osteoporosis or you have osteoporosis, the single most potent nutrient, as I've discussed in many other videos, is protein. Not calcium, not vitamin D, not vitamin K, but protein. In addition to that, protein is good for your immune system, it's good for your skin, it's good for your brain and other tissues and organs. So very important to get an adequate amount of protein. And if you're wondering what's adequate, I cover that in the video on your screen right now and in the description below. Another way to avoid ending up in a nursing home is just a very simple, good old multivitamin. The absorption of nutrients actually decreases with age. Because of that, it's important to get a little bit more than when you were younger. And if you want to cover your nutritional basis, a multivitamin goes a long way. No, it won't increase your lifespan, but it will increase your health span. Research shows that when seniors take multivitamins, their cognition is better, they remember things better, they think faster. And so that's a good reason to take a multivitamin. And finally, in no particular order, sleep is particularly important. Now, I get the irony of it that you want it more and yet you're able to get it less. Insomnia is more prevalent in people over 50 compared to people under 50. And so there are different ways to improve your sleep, but first, just to prioritize it. Go to bed at the same time each day, including weekends. Wake up at the same time each day, including weekends. Beyond that, there are other strategies to improve your sleep if you find yourself that you're going to bed but taking a long time to fall asleep. Or you wake up throughout the night a number of times. Or you wake up too early but then you can't fall back asleep. There are also strategies to manage all of these sleep issues. If you want me to make a video about that, just comment below, and if there are enough comments on this, I'll make one. If you want way more information that I can cover in a single video about this kind of stuff, I have a free newsletter for people over 50. If you want, click on the link below, which will help you subscribe to that newsletter, and you can always unsubscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.